This is the story how Jesus saved my life. So let me start by telling you about my childhood. So I grew up in this Christian environment because my dad was a pastor and my mom was Sunday school teacher. So I grew up in this. Even my grandpa was priest. He retired recently, but I grew up in this Christian devoted household. So I didn't know about the world and stuff. I knew all about Jesus, and even if I was little, I had I would be preaching Psalm 150 and Philippians 4:4, which was my favorite verses, and I would be preaching that, and I would be just leading house gatherings or night gatherings on the house, and I grew up in this type of household, and even after that I got into this private Christian school, and it was so much great. It's called Makani Jesus School. I don't know if you know it, but there are two campuses I know in Addis Ababa, and it was so much great, so much amazing place. And my childhood memories was picture after picture after picture after picture. It's all filled by pictures, and I had so much amazing memories because we lived like this much close to our grandparents' house, so we would be going there, and it was so much amazing time, so much amazing memories with the family. And through the time, we changed into a new location, which brought new location, new challenges because I got into this secular school, which I was the only Christian in that school.
What?
Literally, I'm telling you the truth. The Lord knows the truth because it had from KG1 to grade 8, and I was the only Christian one, and my sister. We were like the only ones that were Christian. It was filled with Muslims and Orthodox, and you might say, what's the difference? We had so much difference, I will tell you, because it got me into these friendship pressures. And I remember even one time, you will know my innocence, because there were times that we had like music class, and they were dancing and singing this secular music, and your boy was like just white as paper. I didn't know anything, and I was like, no, this is a sin. And including the teacher, everybody laughed at me because they thought like I was just, this homeboy. I, I was so much pissed off that after that I just tried my best trying to fit in, and it got me into these friendship pressures. You know, a lot of stuff happened from the age of 8 to 13, and those years were like just having different identity in the house, in the school, because I don't want to be a bad kid at the house, and at the same time I don't want to be just fluffy and childish at the school. So I had these different identities, but I just kept on going. That my mom had this like story time for me and my sister, that she would tell us Bible stories, like giving us picture, and we would love that. And even I do not complain on my parents. They are the best parents that I would ever have. Even if I live another life, I would choose them. But it was not their problem. It was the problem of the school. Literally, it was the devil attacking me, and I lived on that, and it just got into this lukewarm life, you would call it. And I still knew about Jesus, but I didn't knew him intimately. So I changed school in grade 8, which was new Christian school. So I'm still there. So it, it's amazing school. It's called Character Hallmark Academy. It's a base Christian school. When I got there on grade 8, I was 14, and it was a good environment, but I was still living the same lukewarm life. It was at the time that I got social medias because my parents were strict, bro, and you guys were enjoying the quarantine with TikToks and social medias. All I knew at the time was just playing games with my siblings, and I just got social medias and tried my first relationship, not in the physical. Like, when I say in the physical, we didn't meet, but through social medias. And I just got into this, like, listening to secular musics, and I was just having fun. Your boy was having fun. I just have this lukewarm life, lukewarm identity. Just I go to church, I do all the religious things as a pastor kid, and I just lived my life just like that. I just got, I just passed. I have a good brain to even think good, so I just passed and got to grade 9, and there I'm still having the same mindset, just trying to be cool guy and trying to be loved, seeking people's attention, validation, and started posting TikToks, just random stuff like, like that trend like what's up really. Lord, I was lost. I was so much lost, and I would be posting about everything, and just what the lukewarm boy would post about, and I posted, and I just tried to be cool and stuff. And when I got into grade 10, which was last year, like I got into this relationship where we were at the same school, so we were at the same age, and like I don't want to superly emphasize about that relationship, but you will catch it because it's connected to my testimony. And she was like the girl that I loved, so we got into a relationship. She's Christian, and it was so much good time, but we both were immature, and especially me, I was so much childish. I didn't have the maturity and the accountability that I have right now at the time, because I was lukewarm, and I was just having fun. So we were together for about like 7 months. I know you're not expecting this from me, but I have to tell you the truth. So we broke up, and your boy was not having it. I was so much lost. I was so much hurted, and because of the hurt that I have, I tried all the things that I can to piss her off on the school. You see my child, there's, and because it was the depths of my brokenness, and I hated my life. I hated everything. I hated my friend. I hated the school, and I hated my life. I was not having this peaceful thing even with my parents. I was becoming rebellious because of the hurt that I was in, the heartbreak I was in, and I just got into this point where on summer July 4, I surrendered my life to Jesus, and man, I got changed, because at that day I kneeled down and I just prayed like this simple prayer: Lord, I want to die for myself. I don't want to live for myself from now on. I want you to kill me right now, and I want to rise as a new person, and I want to live for you forever. And like All I know is after I got up from that prayer, your boy was changed. I was different person. I hated secular music, and even my heart was completely healed. I was so much healed, and I just got into this addiction and obsession on the presence of God because it was on summer, so I had so much amazing time. You know that I was changed that much because I didn't even text it to my old friends, to my old lukewarm friends, and those 2 months I was deep in scriptures, deep in the presence of God, and I would wake up, pray, read, get revelation, get encounter, post it, and repeat it. This was my life, and it just radically changed my life. I was never the same, never the same. And I just got into the new year, like the new school year, and I just got like different person, new friend group, new environment, serving at school, and a lot of things happened. The presence of God just came in. We got a revival, and I cannot tell you deeply about it because this video is about my testimony, but I would probably make a video about that revival. It was so much glorious. I am the living manifestation of the mercy of God. I am the living testimony. I am a living witness that Jesus could still heal and Jesus could still save. And all I can say to you is now I'm living a life that that's worth living. I love my life right now. I love the reason I have even purpose. I have even goals right now. I'm totally healed. I'm totally free. And all I could say to you is if Jesus changes that broken, lost, and what could I say, lukewarm Yavid, he could do it for you too. The, I knew about Jesus. I was in the environment that Jesus was glorified, but I didn't knew him on my personal life. I didn't have this encounter that was intimate and personal. But now I live a life worth living because I am with the one my heart loves, my soul longs for, and that loves me so much, more than I can love him. That's Jesus. And so I ask you today, surrender your life to him. And I will tell you, you will never be the same. You will never be the same. He will radically change your life. So, all I could say is this about my testimony, and I hope you have enjoyed it. And I believe with my whole heart that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, will change your life as He changed mine. So, if you have been blessed on it, or if you have liked it, I want you to subscribe and like this video and share it to those who need to hear this type of testimonies. And I'll see you on the next video. Be blessed.